Ooh, your boy over here with the shitty ass lighting. Wow. This lighting sucks. Oh God. Oh man. Anyway, sorry about that. What's up, McBitches? Sorry for the really shitting light, man. I am so black. It's just bad. It's like, ugh. People just can't see my goddamn face. I have some of the worst lighting here. Anyway, filming from my new setup room and shit like that. It's not really brand new, but it's like, I moved all my shit up to my room, and this lighting is very good. But I'm gonna get into this review. I was playing God of War 3 remastered right there, and it was just it was kind of interesting. So by the way, rocking that Venom shirt and everything like that to Spider-Man Homecoming movie, and I just saw it, and like I said, this is a shitty review, but this is kind of like my review of the movie. I thought it was pretty damn good. Okay, I'm gonna say that I say it's the second best Spider-Man movie compared to Spider-Man 2. I still think Spider-Man 2 is a very good Spider-Man movie. Although I do kind of prefer Spider-Man being a teenager because, frankly, I kind of like the Ultimate Spider-Man comic books better as a better Spider-Man story before he died. I don't know. I like some of the stories from the Ultimate Universe, especially the Spider-Man ones. But it was kind of interesting. Going into this movie, I was pretty excited. I was excited that Spider-Man was officially part of the MCU. I mean, we saw him as in not Infinity War, Civil War, and we like I said, we previously saw him in Civil War, and I thought that was pretty cool. But now we're officially getting his first movie in the MCU with Sony partnered up, and I thought it was fucking amazing and shit like that. I thought it was like really good. Um, I don't want to spoil so much because I don't know if you guys know this, but my format of these reviews, but I don't like to spoil good movies because I think you really should see them by yourself. I'll spoil like okay movies or meh movies, but especially because if it's a really good movie, then I have a lot to say about it and everything like that. I have a lot to say, like spoilers say. I can't have a 30-minute long video if I'm filming on my fucking phone, which is how I mostly do these. Like I said, shitty ass reviews, but whatever. And yeah, but Spider-Man Homecoming was a pretty badass movie. I fucking liked it. It was I liked the focus on Spider-Man a lot. Like Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and everything. Well, I should say Peter Parker. About he's in this movie. This is it's not the first movie where he's been in high school, but this is the first Spider-Man movie where he was like like an actual high school student, not like a high school senior because like or whatever he was like about to get. I remember the first Spider-Man movie. He like got out of college within the first 50 minutes of the movie. I said 50, not 15 minutes to clarify. And he graduated. I think Amazing Spider-Man. He was in high school, but not really that much. He was just kind of meh in there a little bit. But then the second movie immediately graduates and shit like that. So we actually get to see a fresh take on Spider-Man. This isn't an origin story. It's a full story after the fact. Uncle Ben got killed and he got Spider-Man powers and everything like that. But yeah, this movie was very interesting. I liked what Marvel did with it. It's set up that yes, he is officially part of the Marvel universe and everything like that. You can see, Iron Man, Tony Stark's in his movie, great as ever. And we especially got a few good scenes with Happy. If you guys don't know who Happy Hogan is, he's kind of like Tony Stark's bodyguard of the sorts and everything like that. And he was pretty goddamn funny in this movie. I thought he was probably one that stood out the most. And we get to see a lot of Peter Parker and where he goes to high school. We get to see, his friend, which was kind of interesting because a little bit of comic book lore, but his friend in this movie is Ned Leeds. He's like this big Asian dude or something like that. But Ned Leeds was I don't know a lot about his character from the original Spider-Man comic books, but he was like a white guy who worked for the Daily Bugle. That's as far as I can get. And that he wasn't really that much of a standout character really, but he was there at the Daily Bugle and everything original comic books, and the reason why I made him like a big, by big I mean like I'm not trying to say fat or anything like that, not blame the actor or anything like that, but There's like there's Miles Morales actually in the Ultimate Comic Books had a friend who was like this fat Asian guy named Genki Khan. I remember. Yeah, that was his friend in high school because Miles Morales went to high school too. He had a friend like that. So in this movie, they kind of combine the characters together, and we have like this. We have an Asian Ned Leeds, which is pretty cool. He was pretty funny too. I liked his character, and we get to see a lot of cool things in this movie. It's just a lot of Spider-Man, being Spider-Man and balancing life responsibilities as he's a teenager in high school, and as home life with Aunt May, who is hot as fuck, by the way. I'm just like, just gonna everyone says it, and it's pretty much damn true. And his Spider-Man life, and we get to see Vulture, who I think is probably the best MCU villain this far, because I know a lot of people say, oh, they're typical bad guys, which they really are most of the time about these Marvel villains. But it's whatever. And I thought he was a pretty damn good villain. He wasn't just an evil guy really. He was kind of a guy who was doing some shit. I'm not gonna go too much in depth with it, but he had a good reasoning. So what do I think about this movie? I think well, actually I think it had a little bit of issues. Not really a lot of spoilers, but they didn't mention Uncle Ben a lot. And what I liked about the other Spider-Man movies is the influence Peter had with Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben was a great, was pretty much one of his obviously his role model in life and everything. He taught him, great power comes great responsibility, and that's like the moral he lives by every day. I liked it especially in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies where you get to see a lot of him recalling. Oh my God, this fucking lighting there, shit. The hell. I'm sorry. It's so damn dark. I'm so damn dark, but whatever. We get to see a lot of callbacks to Uncle Ben teaching Peter that lesson that great power comes great responsibility, and I wish they kind of did that in this movie. They never mention Uncle Ben in this movie at all. Like not even Aunt May does. I mean, it's implied. I mean, we get it. This is not an origin story. I don't want an origin story. I just would like a little bit of recall to Uncle Ben, as that was a major part of Spider-Man, him becoming who he is and everything like that. And what else? I guess a little bit more Spider-Man. Again, it's like a common thing where Spider-Man's always getting his mask ripped off and everything, which happens in this movie. You can't really blame it. I don't know. I wish there was a little bit more of Spider-Man doing some cool shit in this movie, which is like, whatever. I don't know. I'm a big action movie fan, so it's just whatever. That. But otherwise, there's really not a lot to complain about. 10 out of fucking 10. I love this movie, and I'm probably gonna see it again when it comes out on Blu-ray. You guys need to check this out. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil a lot of it because you really do need to see it. I think it's a very good MCU movie. See, the Marvel movies do very well for a reason. They're fun. They're funny. This movie is also pretty funny, and there's a lot of good moral actions going on and everything like that. Like with a lot of great characters and everything. Not so great villains, but great characters. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video and everything like that. But yeah, you guys see this one. Spider-Man Homecoming was a major hit, and it definitely saved the Spider-Man franchise. 10 out of 10. See you guys later. Sorry, this was a very shitty review. Hello.